Aloha and welcome, and good morning. Thank you all for being here. The City Council's Honorary Certificate Program honors and acknowledges those individuals and groups who have made an impact in our local, national, and international communities. Mr. Clerk, our first recipient.
Good morning, Mr. Chair and council members. Our first honorary certificate presentation congratulates Chachi Abara, Mario Doropan, Cassandra Babas, and Dr. Aurelio Agkawili on the launch of their Ilocano children's book, Ti Nakakaskas Da'ao Padas ni Nasudi, or Nasudi's Amazing Adventure. This presentation is made by council members Cordero, Dos Santos Tam, Okimoto, and Talba.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Clerk. And welcome to the first council meeting of our 2024 year, everyone. I'm very excited today, colleagues and members and neighbors, to start off with a recognition of identity and storytelling. We are lucky in this day and age to see more of all of our identities represented in the media, whether it be through our phones if you're on YouTube, or if you're watching a TV show, or even in stories like we're going to be talking about now. But back in the day, even when I was growing up, or even when you all were growing up, it was hard to see that. One of my favorite influencers who resides in Councilmember Tupola's district, Bretman Rock, said that, if you don't see yourself on TV, girl, change the channel. But now we have the opportunity to do that. We can also turn the page, look in a different aisle to see ourselves represented, or look for your favorite influencers. So that's why I'm so excited to be joined with my fellow Filipino colleagues on the council to talk about a story that is written in Ilocano, also translated in English. It is Ti Nakakaskas Da'ao Padas ni Nasudi, or Nasudi's Amazing Adventure. This is the story of a young girl on her quest to find her missing tablet with her two best friends. This book offers many valuable lessons for readers, including to appreciate the people around you. It serves as a great reminder to take the time to unplug, and to also to recognize the value of family, friends, and community, and also to trust yourself even during the most stressful times. For that, I now yield the floor to my colleague, Councilmember Tyler Dos Santos Tam.
Thank you, Councilmember Cordero. Chachi Abara, Mario E. Doropan, Cassandra Balbas, and Dr. Aurelio Solver Aguili teamed up to create Nasudi's Amazing Adventure as a way to connect to, promote, and enrich the Ilocano culture, language, and communities. Their hope is that readers enjoy their book with loved ones, and that the offering of this Ilocano story serves as a way to deepen human connections with one another. Each of the four individuals on the book team is truly amazing in his or her own right. Chachi Abara, who I've known for a few years, is really amazing. She's the author and translator. She's a 1.5-gen Ilocano-American podcaster and children's author based here in Hawaii. She advocates for the Filipino community in terms of mental health and kickstarting critical dialogue around taboo topics that are often avoided in households. And being part Ilocano, this is something that fills me with a lot of pride. And so I'll yield the floor now to Councilmember Okimoto.
Mahalo, Councilmember Dos Santos Tam. Aloha, everyone. Along with our beloved author here, we're recognizing some others. We'd like to also recognize Mario Doropan, the book's author and translator, who is a first-generation Ilocano-American first-grade elementary teacher based in Hawaii, spending his childhood in Sarat, Ilocos Norte, where he immersed himself in the Ilocano language and culture. Mario connected with the fond memories he had growing up when translating the story in Ilocano. Cassandra Balbas, the book's illustrator, is a second-generation Ilocano-American designer based in Brooklyn, New York, who is the founder of We Are Sunrays, a stationery store that celebrates Phil-Am culture, and the co-founder of Merienda, a newspaper exploring the complexities of Philippine culture and diasporic foodways, and a senior product designer at Backpack Interactive. Cassandra loves to take on projects that are rooted in celebrating cultures, supporting women of color, environmental activism and education, and increasing accessibility to mental health resources. And just like my fellow colleagues, being part Ilocano myself, this is such an honor to have all of you here recognizing you. And I will now yield the floor to Councilmember Agi Toba.
Thank you. Dr. Aurelio Aguili, The book's editor and translator received the United States Fulbright Scholarship, among many other recognitions that he received in creative writing, communication, education, and research. He is an authority on Ilocano lexicography and linguistics, a novelist, a poet, a playwright, a cultural critic, and he has written many essays on indigenous life, philosophy, and literature, having more than 20 books to his name, including 4 multilingual dictionaries. Well, these 4 amazing individuals teamed up to form Nausaudi's amazing adventure. This dream team of intelligent individuals is especially grateful and thankful for the support they've received from their loved ones who volunteered their time to provide feedback, as well as to professors and colleagues at the University of Hawaii at Manoa, who have supported them in creating the Ilocano translations. I now yield the floor back to Councilmember Radian Caldero.
Thank you, colleagues. It truly is an opportunity for not just people who grow up and want to learn their identity. It also is an opportunity for those, for future generations to be able to have access to stories like this where they can see themselves more, and we hope that we can see that more often in the future. With that, therefore, on behalf of the people of the City and County of Honolulu, the Honolulu City Council hereby honors and congratulates the Nasudi team, Chachi Abara, Mario E. Doropan, Cassandra Balbas, and Dr. Aurelio Solver Aquili on the launch of the Ilocano children's book Tinakakaskas Da'ao, Ipadas ni Nasudi, or Nasudi's Amazing Adventure. Furthermore, we extend our warmest aloha and best wishes to you all and all who takes part to create this amazing book for continued health, happiness, and success in all future endeavors. Mahalo.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, our next recipient.
Our next presentation recognizes and congratulates the Office of Council Services for 5 decades of outstanding service to the Honolulu City Council. This presentation is made by yourself, Council Chair Waters.
Thank you. Today we honor and recognize our very own Office of Council Services, known to all of us as OCS, for 5 decades of outstanding service to the Honolulu City Council. While they work behind the scenes, they are truly the backbone of everything we do legislatively here at the Council. Joining us today are the immediate past director, Jim Williston. Jim, if you can raise your hand so everybody in the audience knows who you are, as well as his deputy, Lloyd Yoshioka. And our current OCS director, Winton Park, along with his deputy, Jana Pritchard. Also with us today is the longest serving analyst in OCS, Andrew Sekine. I'd like to now yield the floor to Esther Kia Aino, Vice Chair.
The Office of Council Services is a legislative body that relies on unbiased, nonpartisan research and reference to formulate effective and responsive public policies and guidelines. OCS was established 50 years ago in 1973 to aid and support the Honolulu City Council in exercising its legislative power. In 1972, the voters of the City and County of Honolulu approved revisions to the City Council to establish an Office of Council Services and create, as well as fund, all the authorized positions within the office. I now yield the floor to my colleague, Floor Leader Cordero.
Thank you, Vice Chair. OCS was created on March 19, 1973 as a result of the enactment of Ordinance 4116, triggering the appointment of the first OCS director, Peter Leong, on May 1 of the same year. According to Ordinance 4116, OCS is responsible for providing comprehensive research and reference services for the City Council, conducting research for the enactment or consideration of legislation, and advising the City Council and its committees. I now yield the floor to Councilmember Andrea Tupola.
Thank you so much. In 1978, the electorate granted permission for OCS to broaden its functions by allowing its attorneys to represent the council in a specific set of court litigation matters, representing a significant development in the legal framework of the City and County of Honolulu. In 1992, the City Council passed Bill 92-195. The following year, Mayor Frank Fossey signed this bill into Ordinance 93-26. This designated OCS as the reviser of ordinances, a role in which the office prepares, with the assistance of a publisher, the codification of ordinances in the revived ordinances of Honolulu, which are updated and amended every time we pass a law. I now yield the floor to Councilmember Wire.
Thank you, Councilmember Tupola. During the 2022 general election, Oahu registered voters approved Charter Question Number 4, which consolidated the Office of Council Services related charter provisions into a dedicated chapter like other fellow OCS legislative branches, the City Auditor and the City Clerk. I now yield the floor to Councilmember Say.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Wire. Since its establishment in 1973, the following directors have led OCS. Mr. Peter Leong, serving from 1973 to 1979. Albert Jeremiah Jr., serving from 1979 to 1983. David T.E. Lum, Ph.D., serving from 1983 to 1995. Diane Hosaka, serving from 1995 to 2010. Charmaine T. Doran, serving from 2010 to 2017. Jim Williston, serving from 2017 to 2023, and now our most current director, Winton K.T. Park, who began his service in December of 2023. I now yield the floor to Councilmember DeSantos Tam.
Thank you, Councilmember Say. For more than 50 years, the Office of Council Services has provided the City Council with nonpartisan research, reference, and legislative drafting services on a continuous, uninterrupted basis. Many times, they'll prepare several different versions of legislation, but only one of these versions will ultimately pass onto the floor as the final version. I now yield the floor to Councilmember Okimoto.
Mahalo, Councilmember Dos Santos Tam. The Office of Council Services has received recognition from the National Association of Counties and the Honolulu City Council for its efforts to modernize and promote public access to the revised ordinances of Honolulu, as well as for its annual publications on the status of the city's finances. And today is another formal way to thank OCS for a job well done. I now yield the floor to Councilmember Tolba for the Be It Resolved clause.
Thank you, Councilmember Okimoto. Be it resolved, on behalf of the people of the City and County of Honolulu, the Honolulu City Council honors and recognizes the 50th anniversary of the Office of Council Services for honorable and outstanding service to the Honolulu City Council. The Council further extends its warmest congratulations and appreciation to all who have contributed to the achievement of this momentous occasion. The unwavering dedication and hard work of the previously and current appointed directors and support staff over the last 5 decades have been truly inspiring. The Council wishes OCS continued success in all their future endeavors as they continue to set the standard of excellence in serving the people of the City and County of Honolulu.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, our next recipient.
Our next presentation recognizes and honors the International Union of Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers Local 1 of Hawaii for numerous service to the community. This presentation is made by Councilmember Dos Santos Tam.
Thank you, Chair. The Honolulu City Council takes great pride and pleasure in recognizing and honoring grassroots efforts of its hometown heroes, especially when they respond to organizations and families in greatest need. As such, the Honolulu City Council is pleased to recognize and honor the International Union of Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers Local 1 of Hawaii for its exemplary community service efforts to repair the vandalized gravestones of the cemetery adjacent to Kauai Hau Church. In November of 2023, 19 gravestones were vandalized in the historic Kauai Hau Church Cemetery. Church member Brickwood Galutaria reached out to Mike Lavadero, business manager for the International Union of Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers, a Local 1 of Hawaii, whose members also helped with restoration work after previous episode of desecration. Along with union leaders, they visited the cemetery to see the destruction firsthand and to offer the services of Local 1 members to help repair the vandalized gravestones. The repair project was not an easy one, as each gravestone varied in weight from 150 pounds up to 800 pounds. They cleaned the surfaces of the gravestones, ground old mortar away, and reattached the gravestones to their pedestals. The team of volunteers had to work carefully as some of the gravestones were very old and fragile. Volunteers diligently worked in 2 teams to repair the 19 damaged gravestones and completed all of the repairs in a single day. The 8 Local 1 volunteers who donated their time to repair the gravestones are Mike Lavadero, Jeff Ornelas, Ikaika Castillo, Patrick Coronas, Tommy Tobin, Mark Fernandez, Eric Kramer, and Sal DeQuisto. Now therefore, be it resolved that the Honolulu City Council, on behalf of the people of the City and County of Honolulu, recognizes and honors the members of the International Union of Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers Local 1 of Hawaii for their willingness to step up and give back to the community. And we further extend our warmest aloha to all the companies as well who help to generously donate to help with this worthy cause.
Thank you so much. Mr. Clerk, our next recipient.
Our next presentation congratulates Manoa Elementary School for winning the American Savings Bank 6th Annual Bank for Education Keikiko Business Plan Competition. This presentation is made by Councilmember Say.
Thank you very much. Before I begin my presentation to the honorees and their parents, I'm just impressed, Chair, as far as, Vice Chair, these are all young women, the honorees. Where are the men? But good morning, colleagues, esteemed guests, and members of the audience. It is my pleasure this morning to recognize Manoa Elementary School for winning the American Savings Bank 6th Annual Bank for Education Keikiko Business Plan Competition in the elementary school division. The future businesswomen will all be at the Chamber of Commerce and other businesses here in the state. Before I go any further, I would like to introduce our distinguished guests and honorees this morning. Please raise your right hand when I call your name, okay? Miss Ashley Sung, okay, that's Ashley. Miss Aubrey Gino, okay, Aubrey's there. Miana Sadri, Miana's there, great. Naomi Zyman, Naomi's there also. Taylor Trang, all right, with mom and dad behind you. Zora Liao, hi Zora. And Terry Mitsuda, who is their teacher. See, and she's also female. I wonder where's the males today. And also joining us are their parents behind them. Administered by the American Savings Bank, teams of students participate in the Keikiko contest where they crafted business plans and developed video pitches or advertising. First place teams in each division won, you wouldn't believe it, members and audience, $25,000 for their school. And each winning team member received an individual cash bonus of up to $500. Well, I hope you folks all invested it in cryptocurrency. Only joke. Winners of the contest gain entry into American Savings Bank, Banks for Education Ohana. It's an exclusive group of schools entitled to special benefits, such as priority considerations for grants, volunteer service projects, scholarships, internships, and exclusive event invitations. Under the direction and leadership of their teacher, Ms. Terry Mitsuda of Manoa Elementary School, they won the American Savings Bank 6th Annual Bank for Education Keikiko Business Plan Competition in the elementary school division. With their winning entry of pastry and pages. What type of pages? I can see pastries. Yes? Oh. Fantastic. Someday I'll go and visit that pastry and pages shop, okay? Pastries and Pages is a business concept where people savor delicious pastries. Do you have malasadas? Okay, that's all right. How about scones? Cornbread from Zippy's? But all I'm trying to say is that their business concept where people savor the delicious pastries, enjoy refreshing drinks, and immerse themselves in a world of books and art. With the support of their teachers, teammates, and family, these young entrepreneurs had inspiring achievements of which they should be very, very proud. Your vision for your creative cafe is truly inspiring, and your creativity and entrepreneurial spirit have not only earned you the well-deserved top spot in the elementary school division, but it also showcased your potential to make a positive impact on your school community, which is Manoa, and hopefully inspire your peers that big dreams can become a reality with hard work, collaboration, and a positive mindset. Members, if you would like to watch the Manoa Elementary team's winning video pitch, you can see it on the ASB Keikiko website. And finally, therefore, on behalf of the City and County of Honolulu, the City Council hereby congratulates Manoa Elementary School for winning the American Savings Bank 6th Annual Bank for Education Keikiko Business Plan Competition in the Elementary School Division. We commend your teamwork, ingenuity, and dedication. And further, the Council conveys its gratitude to the teachers and volunteers who unselfishly devoted their time and energy for the students. The Council then wishes Manoa Elementary continued success in your future endeavors. Best wishes to all these young ladies that we have before this Council, and have a great, great year of 2024. What year is the year of 2024? The year of the dragon. Right. Thank you very much. Let's give them a round of applause.
Mr. Clerk, our next recipient.
Our next presentation recognizes and congratulates Muna White on her 2023 Kite Surf World title and for being the first wingfoil wave women's world champion. This presentation is made by Councilmember Wire.
Mahalo, Chair. I have the distinct honor of welcoming Muna White to Council Chamber. Born and raised on the beautiful North Shore of Oahu, Muna was destined to be a world-class waterwoman, with parents Richard and Marina, who are both here, being avid water people as well. Muna received her first board at the age of 5 years old. However, it wasn't until her father introduced her to kite surfing that the obsession really took hold, and she's been riding waves ever since. Muna's passion for the ocean and spending time outdoors paid off in 2012 when she entered and won her first kite surfing competition in Maui. Through the years, she has subsequently won several world championship titles: the Kite Surf Pro World Tour in 2013, the Professional Kiteboard Riders Association World Tour in 2014, and the Global Kite Sports Association World Tour in 2017. Muna took some time off from the competition circuit, traveling to exotic locations such as Cabo Verde, Dakhla, Morocco, Fiji, Portugal, and Cabarete. During this time, she documented her travels and shared her experiences with a series of videos called Sessions with Muna. Muna recently returned to the world of professional competition by participating in the 2023 GKA World Tour, where she won her 4th world title. In addition to being an extraordinary kite surfer, Muna also excels in wingfoiling. Initially, she didn't set out to compete in the 2020 Wingfoil Wave World title. However, she decided to join because the tour ran in tandem with the kite surf events. The rest, as they say, is history. Muna went on to become the first ever Wingfoil Wave Women's World Champion. When Muna isn't in the water, she may be found designing, screening, painting, marketing, and selling shirts for her company, Shallow Reef Studio. She may also be found making healthy vegetarian meals and being an intentional consumer. Muna strives to be eco-friendly and promotes a sustainable lifestyle both here and abroad, educating the public about how small daily changes can help reduce our carbon footprints. Therefore, on behalf of the people of the City and County of Honolulu, the Honolulu City Council hereby recognizes Muna White on winning the 2023 Kite Surf Crown Championship and extends its best wishes for your success in all your future endeavors. Mahalo.
Fantastic. I asked a quick question, like, who pays for the travel, mom and dad? Apparently it's sponsorship. Wonderful. Mr. Clerk, our next recipient.
Our final presentation honors Dr. Chadwick Kamei, outstanding bandmaster and recipient of a Doctor of Musical Arts. This presentation is made by Councilmember Okimoto.
Thank you. Aloha Chair Waters, fellow members of the council, family, and friends. It is my absolute honor today to introduce Dr. Chadwick Kamei. Dr. Kamei is a man who wears many hats: the director of bands, fine arts department head, and music learning center coordinator at Pearl City High School in Pearl City. I'm not sure where he finds the time to do all of this. Dr. Kamei is joined today, I'm there in our audience, by his wonderful and sweet mom, Joy Kamei, his mentor and bandmaster maestro, and Dr. Michael Nakasone, who is probably hiding right now. Oh, he's right back there. Oh, right. Along with his wife, Brenda, and I believe their son and daughter-in-law, Kenneth and Laura, for joining us today. Forgive me if I miss anybody else from the family. And also the dedicated principal of Pearl City High School, Mr. Joseph Hoffman. Dr. Kamei is always looking to make significant contributions to our local music community. For the last 20 years, he has been the annual Oahu High School Marching Band Festival Coordinator, earning the community's respect for his expertise, outstanding performances, work ethic, and professionalism. Some of Dr. Chadwick Kamei's accomplishments include being elected into the National High School Band Directors Hall of Fame in 2013 when he was 10. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. He looks wonderful. This is one of the nation's most exclusive and finest honors for dedicated teachers who promote well-rounded curriculums for students. Since 1982, there have been only 65 bandmasters to be inducted into their Hall of Fame. In 2014, Dr. Kamei established the Hawaii Wind Band Festival for high school and middle school students, elevating the state's secondary school band programs across the islands. Dr. Kamei has dedicated over 15 years of service and expertise to the students at Pearl City High. Throughout his tenure, the Chargers have traveled to China's Beijing International Olympic Youth Festival, England's London New Year's Day Parade, Japan's prestigious Hamamatsu Wind Band Invitational, Hawaii's incredible Pro Bowl halftime performance, and many other national and international competitive venues. In 2016, Dr. Kamei was noticed for his expertise and vision nationally and internationally. He was elected to be a member in the prestigious American Bandmasters Association. He is one of just the 300 members and has been selected from over 30,000 band directors in the United States and Canada. Dr. Chadwick Kamei doesn't just teach his students, but also continues to learn. As a student of his craft, he has most recently become the recipient of a doctorate of musical arts from Boston University, hence giving him the new title as doctor. On a personal note, Dr. Kamei, or Chadwick, has always been a humble and kind leader who always invites and welcomes all to hear the performances by his talented students. And I always feel so welcome whenever I get invited to one of their performances. Anyone who meets him would never guess what he has accomplished because of his humble nature. Much like his mentor and predecessor, bandmaster, and Dr. Michael Nakasone, who we also recognized and honored last year in Pearl City. In fact, Chadwick is so special that he is the only person who has recently been able to get Dr. Nakasone to visit us here at the Honolulu Hale. Even when I wanted to present Dr. Nakasone with a certificate, we had to go to Pearl City to do it. So Dr. Kamei was the only person who could get him here with us. Like Chadwick, Maestro Nakasone is also very humble, so if you can forgive me, I'd like to just recognize him for being here and not wanting any attention, but we are very grateful and honored to have both of them join us today. We know that they've both done so much for the community and the future of music in our schools, our island, and our state. Dr. Nakasone's legacy continues to live on in the wonderful leaders like Dr. Chadwick Kamei. That being said, on behalf of the Honolulu City Council, the residents of District 8, and the people of Oahu, please join us in recognizing Dr. Chadwick Kamei for his outstanding work as a bandmaster inside and outside of the community, and most recently on his distinguished honor, Doctor of Musical Arts. We are grateful for all you have done and wish you the best as you continue to share your talents with our future generations. Thank you, Chair.
Members, this concludes our honorary certificate program. I'd like to say a special thank you and introduction to our new Glee Club leader and members for the beautiful music today. Kalai Stern, Grant Kono, and La'amea Palaka. Thank you, guys. That was really, really nice. I look forward to seeing you all year. Aloha. Members, we're in recess till 10 o'clock. Thank you.